are on Challah, Perek Dalid Mishnah, fifth Mishnah in the last chapter of Masechet Challah. So in the last Mishnah, we had a very interesting case of if I take Challah from one kav, which is less than the required amount in order to be chayav Challah. Because remember, we learned the minimum amount is 5/4 kav. So the classic understanding is it's not Challah, it means nothing. But Rabbi Akiva came along and said, okay, that it is Challah, and the Bartanura explained that means when I added more to the dough later and brought it to the shiur. So limafreya, retroactively limafreya, that it was Challah. It was a very interesting Mishnah. That's Mishnah Dalet. Mishnah A is a continuation of the same discussion. Says the Mishnah, Shnei kabin shenitla chalato shel chalato. You have two kav, two separate doughs of two kav. Shel zeh bifnei atzmo v'shel zeh bifnei atzmo. And I took challah, nitla chalato. I took challah, each one on its own. So we're pretty much the same case as where we went before. Because I have two blobs of challah, two pieces of dough, and each piece of dough is less than a kav. Okay, so forget this Yashan and Chadash. Forget that. I'm just using the old picture. I have this one is a kav, okay, and this one is also a kav. They're both normal, they're both regular dough. And I take off challah from each one. I take off a small piece of challah from each one. So each one I took off before there was a chiyuv. I took off challah from this one, I took off challah from that one. And each one was a chiyuv. And then what did I do? Chazar ve'asao isa achad. And then I took those two kav, and I, of course, mixed them together. So now it's two kav, and they are chayav. Each one is chayav. And the whole blob itself now is more than 5/4 kav. And therefore it's chayav in challah. So can I consider that which I took off retroactively, can I consider that to be challah? Can I consider these two, whatever, challah could be challah? Or these two chalot I took off first, they weren't challah, it wasn't chiyuv challah, so now I have to take off again. Says the Mishnah, okay? Let's read it again. Shnei kabin shenidla chalato shel zeh bifnei atzmo v'shel zeh bifnei atzmo. Each one I took off individually. V'chazar ve'asao isa achad. Now I made it one piece of dough. Rabbi Akiva poter. Rabbi Akiva in the last Mishnah was machmir, who said it was challah and each kav retroactively. Now he's going to say, great, since it's challah in the last Mishnah, in this case it's also challah. So therefore the challah that I took off before, retroactively, once I mix these two blobs together, they're now chayav, and now these retroactively become challah. So Rabbi Akiva says, I don't have to take off challah again. The chachamim mechayvim. And the chachamim now say, no, that which you took off before is nothing. It wasn't chayav and challah, it's just dough. I guess, do you have to treat it like challah or not? It's unclear, because you don't want Mari Dayan. Let's leave that on the slide for now. The chachamim say, it's nothing. So now, once I combine these two together into two kav, and you have the shiur chiyuv, you have to take off challah from them. Says the Mishnah, nitzach chumro kulo. The chumrah of Rabbi Akiva in the last Mishnah, this is what the Bartanura says, chumro she Rabbi Akiva in the last Mishnah, the Amar le'el ben otel challah mikav, when he said before, if you take challah from a kav, havya challah, it is challah v'kitsha, and it's kodesh. That chumrah, gorem lo lahakel, v'liftor b'shnei kabim, shenidna chalato shel zeh bifnei atzmo, v'shel zeh b'tzmi atzmo. It causes him to be lenient in this case. In this case, he's lenient, Rabbi Akiva poter. His chumrah in the last Mishnah, and his chumrah in the last Mishnah, is kulo, his leniency in this Mishnah. Of course, we don't pass them like Rabbi Akiva, but what can you do? We'll stop here. If you have any comments or questions, as always, email me at arspolter@gmail.com. We'll dedicate our learning to the memory of my father, Rav Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. Have a good day.